This is the encore. If you wondered what possibly could match last night's rockets, red glare salute to the Statue of Liberty, it was this. An unprecedented parade of 22 tall ships, sailing like stately swans past smaller craft, arrayed in fine democratic disorder. A perfect picture for this picture-perfect occasion, honoring the Lady with the Lamp. Good evening, and what a great day to be an American. This is the CBS Evening News. Dan Rather reporting from New York Harbor on this grand and glorious 4th of July. Even the weather blessed the Mother of Exiles today, a brilliant sun-splashed day that softened into the promise of another star-spangled evening. The day, which began with an eye-catching sight of tall ships, would end with an ear-popping display of fireworks. And that aside, there was more to take in than the senses could absorb, all of it centered on the honored guest. America awakened to this 4th of July with the sights and sounds of last night still vivid, still more than memory. That historic moment when the harbor came ablaze with light, spotlighting the Lady with the Lamp. And there were yet more fireworks today, and cannon and horns, all kicking off a waterborne pageant without parallel. There were warships from 14 countries passing the battleship Iowa for review by President Reagan, each booming out a 21-gun salute. And there were the grand and graceful tall ships, the ghosts of a gentler time, the barks and brigantines and schooners and full riggers. And as we covered it this morning, Walter Cronkite was in the thick of it all aboard the Coast Guard cutter Eagle.
Well, they all let their horns loose a moment ago, as did the Eagle. And I want to tell you that while, Dan, that may be called a cacophony to almost anybody else, this morning it's a symphony to liberty and what this great parade is all about.
And the spectacle didn't stop there. There were the pleasure boats, from speedboats to rowboats. Anything that could float was out on New York Harbor today. By Coast Guard estimate, a grand total of 40,000 vessels. On shore, vantage points from Battery Park to the tallest condominiums were jammed with New Yorkers and 6 million tourists. The weather was perfect, sunny and mild, the crowd good-natured, a picture book celebration. We continue now with 3 more reports on the sights and sounds at sea and on shore of this special holiday. First, Leslie Stahl with President Reagan. Not celebrated exclusively in New York. It is, of course, an all-American institution. Somebody loves you, darling. America on the 4th is a country of landmarks. Washington today. The Archway in St. Louis, where they celebrated with paddle wheel races on the mighty Mississippi. The beaches of California, a festive 4th by the Pacific. The Chattahoochee River of Georgia, with the traditional floating display of rubber rafts and liquid refreshment. In Miami, Eduardo Martinez, a Cuban immigrant, celebrated the 4th by putting up his own Statue of Liberty, and the White House and Congress, too. Near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, they're still trying to figure out who put the mystery replica of the statue up on an island in the Susquehanna. Parades. Tiny Faith, North Carolina. The Doodah Parade in Columbus, Ohio, a satire on the whole business of parades. Windham, Connecticut didn't have enough money for a parade with a band and real instruments, so everybody marched with radios. And in Minneapolis, they turned out to make the human flag. America this 4th of July, from sea to shining sea. And I'll be back with other news about this 4th of July, and later Charles Kuralt will offer a personal toast to an immigrant.
Computers? Who's got time to figure out how to use them?
That's how the owners of a clothing.
She's beautiful.
Right on.
Looking good.
Quite a lady.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Liberty. Happy birthday to you.
We're proud to honor her too. We're Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Morning, boys.
Oh, hi.
Like to see
That attack. Part of the freedom we celebrate here at home today is the freedom to face our own history, blemishes and all. A case in point, the many sad times between the American settlers and the original Americans, the Indians. And on this 4th of July, John Blackstone reports there are hundreds of Indians in Arizona who fear the 6th of July. Polar bar ice cream bars that may be contaminated. Tests on samples of the ice cream turned up a bacterium that could threaten the lives of pregnant women, the unborn, and infants. Cartons of the polar bars carry the code number 51-6526. That's 51-6426. Been here.
What are you doing?
Getting rid of odors.
The Franz Kuralt Inn and met a priest of all things named Kuralt. My brother had a wonderful time with these people. They are the ones who stayed and suffered through Europe's wars. All I could think of watching them was Joseph Andreas Kuralt, the one who didn't stay. You have somebody like that in your own past, the one who left all the scenes of home behind and took the great chance.
For CBS News, Dan Rather reporting tonight from New York Harbor with the hope that the salute to the Statue of Liberty has been part of a happy holiday for you. And our special thanks to the men and women of the United States Coast Guard for their courtesy and cooperation during our stay here on Governor's Island. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Oh, Ma.
For a transcript, send $2 to Box 345, New York, New York 10101.